bipartisan spirit we've seen for the past week. Now, Madam President, our other priority this week will be approving legislation to keep the government open until March 11th, so we can give appropriators from both parties more time to draft a year-long omnibus funding bill. There's another place we're making bipartisan progress, led by Senators Leahy and Shelby and their counterparts in the House, Senators DeLauro and Granger. We have come to good agreements on top-line numbers, and we can move forward, not with a CR, which simply just reenacts what's been in place last year, despite the need for changes in many ways, but we can enact what we call an omnibus, which is what we should be doing. So we've had positive conversations, and Democrats are united to keep the government open so we can achieve this omnibus. We will continue working with the Republican leadership to move forward on a CR before the deadline later this week. And now on SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States. Well, one of the most solemn responsibilities entrusted to the U.S. Senate is offering our advice and ultimately our consent on the President's appointments to the U.S. Supreme Court. It's a responsibility that stands apart from just about all others. Those whom we approve sit on the court, and they will render judgment and exert influence on the most consequential of legal matters for years and potentially for decades. The impact of any one Supreme Court nominee is often felt long after the work of a single administration comes to an end. Very soon, this will be precisely the task the Senate will be asked to take up once again when President Biden announced Justice Breyer. I have no doubt President Biden will name someone who can not only bring members of this body together, but someone with a proven record for excellence, even-handedness. When President Biden makes his announcement, I intend to have the Senate move quickly to take up and confirm his nominee. The President has promised he will nominate a black woman to serve as a justice for the first time ever. This will not only be one of the most important moments in the history of our courts, but of our entire country. Precious few have held the title of justice in American history, only 115 to date, and none of them has been a black woman. So the President's announcement is truly historic and potentially game-changing for the future of Supreme Court nominees. Imagine the impact the President's pick will have for countless young people who look up to the nation's courts and see men and women who better reflect our country's makeup. Imagine how that will inspire the next generation to pursue their own interests in public service, in law, and government. The judges and justices of the future have their eyes on this body right now in the present. If our democracy is to prosper in this century, we need people from all walks of life to see that they have a place at the table when it comes to public service. The President's promise is a big step in that direction. The Democratic-led Senate has already played an important role in bringing balance and diversity to our courts with highly qualified nominees. It's been one of our highest priorities from the moment we entered the majority. Under President Biden, the Senate's confirmed 46 judges to serve lifetime appointments to the federal bench. Indeed, this majority has confirmed the most judges in the first year following the President's inauguration since the time of John F. Kennedy. 3/4 of these new judges have been women. 3/4. 2/3 have been people of color. More than 1/4 of all President Biden's appointees have been black women, who are still too far underrepresented in our federal judiciary. And it's not just their demographic diversity that makes them remarkable, though that is unquestionably important. The new judges are also diverse because of their professional backgrounds. We've confirmed more federal defenders in the President's first year than any president in modern history. We've confirmed more civil rights lawyers, election lawyers, more individuals with deep experience in public service. And I want to emphasize one other thing. These nominees are also extremely qualified. We are not sacrificing qualifications and excellence for diversity. President Biden's nominees are both more diverse and more qualified, in my judgment, than any president in recent history. So Senate Democrats are proud of this record, and we're going to keep going. Diversity in all its forms matters. It's good for the justice system. It's vital for the health of our democracy. When the President announces his historic pick, the Senate will be ready to move quickly and fairly to confirm her to the Supreme Court. I yield the floor. Note the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Baldwin.